The royal capital is burning, the origins of the Oni might have just been shown, and the devil has been living at the top of the world the entire time. Chapter 1150 seems to have proven my undisclosed at the time emu and the devil fruit theories, and this makes me really excited. I'm not just talking about Demonio Junko, I'm mainly talking about the book that Emu/Junko summoned. This leads me back to my the One Piece is a pin theory, but that's a video for a later date and time. This here is about the clusterfuck that's happening currently on Elbaph. Would it be premature to say that we've reached Avengers Infinity War levels of oh no at this moment? I mean, like Cap sitting on the edge at the end of the movie. They called for the big three and they're nowhere to be found. Brogy got his arm blown off and then turned into a demon, and I have to imagine that something similar had to happen to take down Dory. I mean, I don't really know what could match Emu bringing out a cartoonishly evil super musket, for lack of a better term, but my jaw dropped in a way that it hasn't since I saw Kuma's father die for dancing to put a smile on his son's face. That was what we call back in my homeland of Virginia bullshit. This could be the evil opposite of Luffy's son in ways that Blackbeard could never be. So now I'm actually asking myself if Oda really dropped the main villain for his series over 20 years in. And the other half is me just amazed at the fact that Emu has made such an impression on me in such a short amount of time, and her screen time has encroached upon, if not past, dragons already. Emu has taken the vassal of Junko and seems to be possessing her and channeling their energy through haki and using it as knockout gas, making it seem like they see everyone as noisy pests. Going as far as to knock out tons of giants, including what appears to be Cologne and the kids. I'm still trying to figure out how to say his name right. I think it's Cologne, or it's not Colin. Maybe it's Colin. It's not Colin. But either way, it's even reaching all the way to Jarl. But this situation lends credence to my Demonio Floor is Nico Robin's advanced armament technique thought process. I think that's something she learned during the time skip, and it's just she didn't really have time to flourish until Wano. Because when you look at Demon Junko, I believe these wings, the tail, the weapon, and even the tail that stabbed Cobra on Mary Joie are all haki constructs. I mentioned Brogy getting his arm blasted off, but failed to mention just how these summon circles seem to be Emu's primary fighting style. Whether it's creation or summoning, I'm not really sure yet, because here she uses what looks to be 2 ship cannon heads and shoots them into the crowd, but she fully manifests the gun she shot Brogy with. The difference being the spell book that came from the summon circle and the knife and the musket came from the actual spell book. And looking back on the chapter, at first I thought Emu was chanting a spell because I read it super fast, but when you just look at it, this is just one of the coldest ways of down talking that I've seen in a very long time. But this could just be a level of proficiency similar to how Edward doesn't need a transmutation circle in Full Metal Alchemist. I know there's more binding things that go with Full Metal Alchemist, you've seen the truth and all that, but that's neither here nor there. But for such a long time, we've been wondering what Ors was, and in Wano, we discovered that Oni exists from Kaido. This could be the answer, that ages ago, Emu or someone with similar circular shenanigans was able to trap a mass of giants and turn them into demons, with some surviving to have children that could have been the continent pullers. The Oni and the continent pullers could simply be giants with horns because they're descendants of giants who were turned into humans. But I could see this as a leading reason on why King Harold decided to remove his horns. But on the other hand, Loki could view them as a symbol of strength and respect them, and that's the reason he still has his horns in his adulthood. I also wonder if the Oni gene could be passed down by mothers after a certain point in time, mothers only, since Loki and Hajuden have the same father and different mothers, but it doesn't seem like Hajuden had horns. And now we finally see the true reason the giants were wanted, because the power of Domi Reversi used in pair with the monster and strength of the giants turned them literally into monsters. And I can't help but wonder how this will turn out. There's about to be 2 pissed off emperors of the sea. You have both stepped on Shanks' territory and you've hurt the people that have fed Luffy. Both things have proven in the past to be very big mistakes to make. I'm honestly unsure what can save us at this point as Ohara burns for the 2nd time, but my hope does lie in the hands of Nico Robin, as long as this doesn't result in her sacrifice. It does seem like Robin is making a move to save everyone, but what really could she do? Not strong enough, but definitely smart enough. Using herself as a bargaining chip could be the only way to at least stall for time until Scopper is saved by Chopper and the big 3 make it to the big tree.
I'm Groot.
Yeah, you said that.